We are living in very difficult times. We are surrounded by turbulence and chaos. But in this chaos, three things are very certain. And I want to talk to you about the three certainties around us. The first certainty is that the future is not written. Let's not accept the politics of inevitability. It's not inevitable that Europe becomes the hunting ground of China and the US. It's not inevitable that Ukraine loses the war against Russia. It's not inevitable that Europe loses the AI race. It's not inevitable that our public agora be in the hands of three men, the owner of TikTok, the owner of X, and the owner of Instagram, that decide what we talk and what we don't talk about. It's not inevitable that the temperature rises so high that we cannot live in this planet any longer. Like it is not inevitable either that the United Nations and international cooperation collapses. It is not. It's not inevitable that democracy dies. It's not inevitable that freedom of speech ends, and it's certainly not inevitable that fascism again comes back to govern in Europe. Inequality is not inevitable, and discrimination against women, against LGBTI, and so many more is not inevitable. Dear friends, if we accept that all of this is inevitable, we are abdicating our responsibilities. It means that we are giving up our individual and collective power. It's to accept that we cannot resist, that we cannot oppose, that we cannot propose, that we cannot influence. We don't have to choose the world as is or the world as we would like it to be. The world would be what we make the world to be. It is in our hands. Let's make sure nobody takes this power away from us. Let's stop complaining and moaning and make sure we write our future. The second certainty is that in a world full of rivalry and power relations, our power to write our future lies in Europe. Divided, we are too small. United, we are strong. The only way forward is a more integrated Europe. A Europe that connects its energy infrastructure so that we can decarbonize faster and safer. A Europe that deepens its internal market so that every small business can thrive and we can build resilience against trade bullying. A Europe that builds a capital market union so that our savings can capitalize our investment projects. Let me tell you one thing. At the moment, our money, your money, my money, is not staying here. It's flying to the US. It's being invested in US priorities, not on European priorities. A Europe that builds a defense and security union. I know this is a difficult topic. Europe is a peace project. We do not want war, but we will not be able to maintain peace if we do not invest in our military capacities. This is a very tough reality, but this is our reality. It's only if we build a serious deterrence that we will discourage our enemies from attacking us. This more integrated Europe today will not happen without German leadership. Yes, I'm telling you as a friend that loves Germany, Europe today needs a more European Germany. Not Germany first, not France first, not Italy or Spain first. We need a more European Germany. We need a Germany that is confident. We need a Germany that is determined. We need a Germany that is generous, that will not measure its success on a euro for euro basis, but on the capacity to invest so that it's Europe that will write its future, not the voters in Pennsylvania or the Chinese Communist Party. The third certainty, and it's really a certainty, is that Europe will be democratic or it will not be Europe. As autocracies around the world harden and more democracies turn illiberal, we must double down on a democratic Europe. I was born in a dictatorship. I was born in a country with a dictator. I know the price of peace without freedom. I know the cost of income without voice. I know, because I've seen it with my eyes, the abuse of power and the censoring of dissent and diversity. I don't want to go back there. We do not want to go back there. We must stand for what makes us Europe: peace, freedom, democracy, equality, justice, rule of law, human rights, human dignity in Europe, in Gaza, in Ukraine, in Israel, in Afghanistan, in Sudan, or in Syria, without double standards. without feeling that we have to take sides, because the only side we can take is being faithful to our values. We can protect our borders and welcome refugees that are fleeing from persecution. We can fight criminality without engaging in racism and xenophobia. We need to incorporate migrants and still maintain social cohesion. But for that, we have to be clear where our values are. For that, we need to develop the right public policies. Liebe Freundinnen und Freunde, es liegt in unseren Händen. Aber eines muss ganz klar sein heute. Wenn wir jetzt nicht handeln, werden andere unsere Zukunft schreiben. Und wir selbst werden die Einzigen sein, die dafür die Schuld tragen. Vielen Dank, vielen, vielen Dank.
Muchas gracias. Vive l'Europe, les amis, vive l'Europe!